welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. So today I went to Victoria's Secret because they were having the $6 mist sale, and the sale included lotions and candles and everything within the fragrance collection, I believe, that goes along with like the body mist at Victoria's Secret. So I went to the sale, and I was in there for a while smelling of the different mists, and this is part of the newest collection that just came out. So I smelled of all 4 of these, and I smelled of them several times to make sure that I did not want the additional 3 that were in this mist collection right here. And this was the only one from that collection that I liked. There's one that is, it's mainly like a neroli scent. And then there was a couple of others. One was like, I believe, bergamot and sandalwood. I don't remember the name of it or the other one. And then there was one more that caught my attention because it was supposed to have some type of like watermelon juice scent in it. But that one didn't smell like watermelon at all. So I don't know what happened with this collection, but I was not impressed with the collection as a whole at all. So this is the only one from that collection that I got. So I will be able to give y'all a review on it. Again, this is one of the newest mist collections that has came out at Victoria's Secret. So this particular one is called Electric Mango, and the notes in this are mango, exotic guava, and passion fruit. And on the back it says juicy pineapple spices up salty driftwood, tropic like it's hot. So again, the notes are juicy pineapple, salty driftwood, and on the front it says exotic guava and passion fruit, and then also the mango is in here. So I did want to pick up several summer fruity scents, because whenever I picked up some of the tropical scents at Bath and Body Works this time, I did not get any that I have already had in the past or that I currently have in my collection, obviously. So far I haven't really got I don't know if I've got any tropical fragrances from Bath and Body Works this year. No, that's not right, because they did have a couple of new ones that came out that I do not have in my collection. So I do remember that I got one that was fruity, and then another one was tropical, but it was more like a floral scent. So those are really, I believe, the only new tropical scents that I've got from Bath and Body Works this year. So I was like looking at these different ones in Victoria's Secret, and I decided I would go ahead and get these because I do like to have a big selection of tropical scents to choose from in the summertime, because I love tropical scents. They're some of my favorite scents that there are. So I got several tropical scents, and this is one of them. I smelled of this while I was in the store, and I did like it. I'm going to smell it again so I can tell y'all more specifically what it smells like. So I'm smelling the mango in here. That's the first thing that I smell, like right off the bat when I spray it into the lid. We'll set that up there. So I smell the mango, and I believe I'm smelling the passion fruit as well. I think I can tell that the guava is in here as well, because there's some more sweetness that's coming through now that I believe is the guava. And again, on the back it says there is pineapple in here and salty driftwood. Let's see if I can pick out the pineapple. Yeah, I would say that I can smell the pineapple too. As far as the salty driftwood, a lot of times with like base notes, like you can tell that they're in there, like they add depth to the fragrance, like, but you don't really smell them specifically. They're just like blended into the fragrance to give it more depth and stuff. So I feel like that's what it's doing in here, because I don't smell any type of like salty driftwood that like really stands out to me or anything. But everything else that's listed on this fragrance, I can say that I do feel like I can smell each thing. But at the end of smelling of this, It really just smells like all those different notes are blended together very well to create just like a sweet, tropical, very fruity, fun kind of fragrance. So this is my kind of tropical fragrance. I love tropical stuff, and I really like stuff like this. So I'm glad that I got this, and I'm excited that I have it in my collection because, like I said, I haven't added a lot to my collection this year from Bath & Body Works that has been tropical fragrances. Like, I think there's been like maybe 2 that I have added because I didn't obviously purchase anything that I already have in there. And so yeah, so this is nice. I really like this. And I'm glad that I got it. This was, again, the only one from the newest collection that has came out that I actually liked. I did smell of the other ones. They did not smell bad. But sometimes, even though I do like Nerali a little bit, sometimes I don't really like the way Nerali is done in body care. So, that the fragrance that I smelled that was, it has Nerali in the name of it, but I don't remember the specific name of that fragrance. I think it's like a blue packaging. I smelled of it, and like I said, it was okay, but I just didn't see myself loving that and wanting to reach for it all the time. So I didn't get that one, because like I said, I do like Nerali, but sometimes in these like body care items, I don't really like the way it's done. And I figured I would get tired of it after a while. So I did not get that one. And then the other one, was in like a green packaging. And I think it said on the front right here, it just said, bergamot and sandalwood, and it was just a very like plain scent. There was not much to that. It was not a bad scent at all, but I just felt like if I had it in my collection, it wasn't something I would ever reach for. And then the fourth one, I don't remember the name of that one. I just remember that on the back, like I said, it caught my attention because it said, like, I think watermelon juice was like one of the fragrance notes. I don't even remember what that one smelled like at all, because it didn't really have that much of a scent to it from what I can remember. But this one was really good. I really like this one, and I think this is going to be great as like a tropical fragrance. So that's the only one I got from that collection. And then the next one I got was Vibrant Blooming Passion Fruit. This is a collection that's been out for a little while, and in my last Victoria's Secret haul, I got the I got 2 other fragrances from this collection. So I've already talked about those in past videos, but this collection is pretty good. It wasn't anything like super groundbreaking or anything like that. Just nice, sweet, pretty, feminine, tropical, or a little bit floral fragrances is what I have experienced so far, with this collection right here. One of the other ones that I had in one of my other videos, it was more of like a fruity floral. So let me smell of this one. I know that when I first sprayed this out and smelled it in the store, it kind of, I was afraid of, like when I first sprayed it out and smelled of it before allowing it to dry down, because it has that passion fruit in there. Let's see what the other notes are. I'm going to have to hold this up to my eyes. It says creamy floral buds burst with passion fruit and peach vivid flourish. So I think it's the combination of the peach and the passion fruit that when I first sprayed this out without allowing it to dry down, I was afraid that this was going to come off as sour. And I was like, I don't know if I want that, especially after I had been smelling of other sweet scents. And then I immediately went to this one. I was like, I feel like that's going to be a little bit sour. But then I let it dry down really good. And I decided that I do really like this. This reminds me of like a tropical floral. That's what it smells like. It's a tropical floral, but in a very nice way. And it's blended together so perfectly that it's like very equally tropical and floral. So Vibrant Blooming Passion Fruit. And again, let's see what the other scent notes in here are. So creamy floral buds. It doesn't say what type of florals it is. Creamy floral buds burst with passion fruit and peach. So you definitely smell the passion fruit and the peach. And the florals are in here too, but it just doesn't say what specific florals that it is. But this is really, really good. I really like this. I'm glad that I gave it a chance and let it dry down. I remember when I first smelled of this collection in the store, I didn't want any of these that were in this collection. I mean, they were just okay. But the more that I've gone back and smelled them again, I have really developed a liking for this collection. And I'm glad that I have all of them now. The other two that I got, like I said, one of them was just fruity and floral. The other one was more of a like pear scent. It just kind of like smelled like pears. And then I just told you what this one smelled like. So yeah, I really like this. I'm glad I got it. And I feel like this will be good for, especially like summer, but also it'll be okay for spring too, because it's got that like floral, those florals in it. So this will be good for now, or especially when we get a little bit closer to summer, and definitely during summer too, because this is like a tropical, fruity floral. So yeah, it's equally fruity, equally like tropical fruity and floral at the same time. I'm very interested to know what florals that they use, because whatever they chose for this fragrance blends perfectly with this. And again, it's very equally tropical, fruity, and floral at the same time. So just really nice and perfect for right now and the seasons, the season that we're getting into and the seasons that we're going into, or the season that we're going into. Okay, so next, this is from that same collection. This is another really nice scent. Again, I'm so glad that I gave these fragrances another chance, because the first time I smelled of this collection, I just kind of wrote it off as like, meh, it's nothing special, just kind of okay. But the more I went back and smelled these, again, I really have developed a liking for this whole collection right here. So this is Brilliant Cherry Blossom, and on the back it says, sweet cherry blossoms build with mandarin and white raspberry bursting botanical. So this one is actually one that my daughter picked out. I told her that she could get a mist from Victoria's Secret today since they were on sale or whatever. And this is the one that she wanted. And I think I might have sprayed the cap earlier. Yeah, I can still smell this. So what this smells like to me, like say I had not read the fragrance notes and I didn't know what was in here. This just smells very clean and fresh and a little bit sweet. But it doesn't read off directly as like floral or fruity. Like you can tell that it's got some floral notes in here, or a floral note. And you can tell that there's got to be, well, you can't tell that there's got to be, but I'm saying I can tell that there is fruit in there because I know that it's in there. But you don't really smell the fruit directly, and you don't even really smell the floral directly, but I can tell more that there's florals in here than I can that there's fruits. But what is interesting to me, that the name of this is Brilliant Cherry Blossom, and on the back it says it's got cherry blossom in it, but this does not smell like a cherry blossom scent at all. Like I can kind of tell that it's in here, but that's really only because I've read the notes and I know what it says is in here. But this to me just smells like a sweet, fresh and clean scent. Like this is for when you want to just smell good and smell nice. Like maybe you just took a shower and you're just going to be chilling and you just want to smell clean. That's what this makes me smell of. But it's also perfect for like other occasions too, especially like casual occasions. Like if you're just going to be chilling with friends or like hanging out or whatever. This is great for that. And this is a really good scent. Again, this one is my daughter's, and it's what she picked out at Victoria's Secret, but I'm sure she'll let me use it whenever I want, because she always uses my fragrances whenever she wants. So I'm glad we have this at our home, and we will probably be using this one a lot. This was the last one that they had at the sale, but if I found this one again, I would probably get a backup of it, especially since it's hers. It's not really mine, so I don't want to just like take over it and use it up or anything like that. But this is a really good one. Again, I think this is a good collection. I feel like I kind of like wrote it off at first, but the more I smelled of it, the more I did develop a liking for it. So yeah, so this one's really good. Okay, so next I got Seaside Surf. Now this is part of a new collection that just came out, and I got one of these mists a while back, and I don't remember the name of the other one that I got, but I believe the packaging was more of like a green packaging. So I already have it in my collection, and I talked about it in a separate video. But this is from that collection, and this one is called Seaside Surf. Let's see. I think I might have sprayed the lid, but I can't remember. I'll spray it again. So this is just like part of like a summery beachy collection that just came out, and the whole collection just kind of like gives that vibe, kind of like a beachy, oceanside sea type of fragrance collection. So this one on the back says citrus yuzu quenches with sea salt flower and hibiscus crashing waves. So I have no idea what sea salt flower is. Like, I don't know if that's just a note that they came up with and called it that, or if that's actually a thing. But I imagine little flowers floating around in the sea. That's what that makes me think of when I read that. I definitely smell the yuzu in here. Yuzu is always very bright and citrusy. Similar to lemon or mandarin or orange or something like that, but a little bit different. To me, yuzu is just a little bit more tart than lemon. But it always really brightens up fragrances. So I like yuzu notes usually. So you got the citrus yuzu in here, the sea salt flower, whatever that is, but I'm assuming that they are referring, when they say that note, when they're talking about that note, they're saying that it's got like sea salt in it, obviously. And then whatever that flower is, we don't know. It just says sea salt flower. So unless sea salt flower is an actual flower, but I don't think it is. I think this is just a note they came up with. But again, when I read that, I picture little flowers like floating around in the sea. But again, I think even though it's called sea salt flower, they're also saying that this has like a sea salt note in it, because I do smell something in here that's a little bit salty. And then finally, hibiscus. I don't know that I smell the hibiscus directly. I do smell the sweetness in here of like a floral note, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to be coming. I'm not sure if what I'm smelling is the sea salt flower or the hibiscus. I don't know. I'm kind of getting hibiscus a little bit now, but just a little bit. So I feel like the sea salt flower and the hibiscus are kind of equally combined in here. Like there's an equal dose of each of them is what I'm trying to say. And then it says crashing waves. A lot of times when Victoria's Secret puts this on the packaging, I never know. And I feel like a lot of people, like, we don't know if it's like they are alluding to the fact that there's another note in here that's similar to that description, or are they saying it because it's just a way to describe like what the fragrance is supposed to be about. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes they'll put stuff on here that doesn't have anything to do with a fragrance note at all. So I feel like sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with what the fragrance smells like. It's just supposed to be like part of like the theme. It's just describing like the theme of the collection or whatever. And then sometimes I feel like they put it on here to, you know, give you a hint of what the other notes could possibly be in here. So I will say that this is like, it's not like super watery or anything, but it's definitely got that like aquatic vibe to it or whatever. So I feel like, again, that could be why they have like the crashing waves on here. But overall, I like this scent. It's citrusy, it's aquatic, it's a little bit salty, it's a little bit floral, but really it doesn't, the florals that are in here don't really make this smell like super floral. It just makes it smell sweet. Like it just adds like a sweetness to it. So yeah, I like this. I'm glad that I got this one because I really overlooked this one whenever I originally picked some fragrances out and I was smelling of this collection. I had smelled of this one and I just remember, I don't remember liking it or it standing out or anything like that. So yeah, I'm glad that I finally got this one. I feel like more than likely I'm going to put this with my fresh and clean scents that are in my bedroom. I feel like that's where this is going to go because that's kind of what this is making me think of. This is like an aquatic, salty, fresh and clean, like type of scent with some sweetness to it. I don't know if I already said that or not. I don't know. I've had a long day, so I feel like sometimes I'll say something and I'll forget like what I said. But yeah, it's like a fresh and clean scent with like some saltiness to it, and it's aquatic, and it's a little bit citrusy, and then it's got like some sweetness to it as well. But overall, I would say this is fresh and clean. That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting to, and what I was trying to explain earlier when I started off on that whole segment or whatever. But yeah, I really like this. This is really good. I love fragrances like this. So yeah, I'm excited I got this one. It's pretty good. And then of course, the candles were part of the sale, and I just got one of these like Pure Seduction candles. And I love the scent of Pure Seduction. Like, I know people complain about this scent. Like, there's people that literally will complain about Pure Seduction and, what's the other one that's similar to Pure Seduction? It's purple, but it's not, what is it called? I know y'all know. Look in that basket over there and look at that empty candle and see what the name of it is.
Oh, it's Love Spell.
Love Spell, yes. So there's people that complain about Pure Seduction and Love Spell simply because they've been around for a while, and there's people that's like, I don't like that scent. It's 20 years old. You know, there's people that don't like Pure Seduction and Love Spell, but I love both of those scents. I really do. And I think that Pure Seduction might be my favorite of the two, because to me, it smells like gummy bears. So I was excited to get this candle, and I'm going to wear my Pure Seduction and my Love Spell. I don't care, like, if they've been around for a while and there's people that don't like that scent. Like, I don't care. I love both of them. And again, like, I think Pure Seduction is probably my favorite one because it smells like gummy bears. Like, it literally smells like gummy bears. And I have some other fragrances too that smell like gummy bears. I'm thinking about doing... So there was a break in the video because my phone was saying something about storage. So I just had to continue the video this way. So anyways, but I was just saying that I really love Pure Seduction and Love Spell both. And Pure Seduction especially, in my opinion, smells like gummy bears. Love Spell does a little bit as well, but I actually have a good bit of fragrances that smell like gummy bears, so I'm thinking about doing a video on that specifically. If y'all are interested, let me know. But yeah, I love Pure Seduction. I'm glad I got this candle. And so yeah, so this was just part of the $6 sale, and again, that's why I picked it up. Okay. So next is one of the Pure Seduction flankers. Now, because I really like Pure Seduction, most of the time I like the flanker versions of Pure Seduction, because a lot of times it's very similar to the original Pure Seduction, but just like has a spin on it or whatever. So yeah, so this one is really good. It's called Pure Seduction Soul. This is also part of one of the newer collections that came out recently. But yeah, I really like this one because it is a lot like Pure Seduction. On the back, it says orange mimosa, dewy pineapple, a sunny spin on Pure Seduction. So I feel like that's a perfect description of this, because it is a lot like Pure Seduction, but it's different because it's got the orange mimosa and the dewy pineapple. So I feel like if you had like a bag of gummy bears with like different flavors, this would be the orange gummy bear. That's the best way for me to describe it. I love this one. Yeah, this one, like I said, it's a lot like Pure Seduction, but with orange mimosa and dewy pineapple. So it's just like an orange gummy bear, in my opinion. Really, really good. This is another one of those summer scents that I was really excited to get, and I'm really excited to put this in with my summer scents and look forward to using it once we get closer to summer. So yeah, but this is a really good one. Okay, so next I have the new Pineapple and Shea fragrance. This came out pretty recently, and this is part of like the botanical fragrance collection that Victoria's Secret always has out. Every now and then they will add new fragrances to that collection, and this is one that came out recently. On the back it says, glow with the scent of pineapple and shea, botanical inspiration, complete happiness. I feel like that's a pretty good description for this, because this scent does make me happy. Again, this is another one of the tropical fragrances that I got, or what I consider tropical. Yeah, so this, okay, when I smell this kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, you know, when you go to a tanning salon, the way that it smells in a tanning salon, that's what this smells like. But not in like a bad way or anything. And then as it dries down, the shea really starts to come through in like a warm, not warm in a way that would not be appropriate for summer, but just like in a comforting way. Like we all know what shea butter smells like. So it's like that, but only a little bit like that. Like you don't get the full on thick gourmand like shea butter scent. This is just like if you took the smoothness and the creaminess from shea, like shea butter, and added it into here, that's what this smells like to me. And then it's got the pineapple in it, but the pineapple is not like bursting and fruity and like over the top juicy or nothing like that. It's just like blended really well with this. It's like the sweetness of the pineapple. So this is interesting because like this is not like a typical pineapple scent, and the shea is not like a typical shea scent. It's unique because it's as if they took the sweetness from the pineapple and just a little bit of the juiciness and a little bit of the unique scent that pineapple has. And then it's like they took a little bit of the creaminess from the shea and just mixed it together. And it's really good. I like this. I'm excited to use this one. And with all of the tropical scents, I'm excited to use them and like pair them together and pair them with other tropical scents in my collection. I love to layer different tropical scents together. So I'm really excited to do that with all these. But this one, all of them will be good on their own, but I feel like this one will be really good by itself for sure. All of them will be. But more so with some of these other ones, I'm looking forward to layering them together with other things. Not because they're not good on their own, but just because I like to make them more bold. But yeah, this one's good. I could see myself like just going through this really quick. I might should have got a backup, but yeah, I like this one a lot. Okay, so next we have Siren Serenade. This is from a collection that's been out for quite a while at Victoria's Secret, and they have had it on the shelf for a while, and I don't think that I have purchased any of these prior to today. I feel like these are the only ones that I have got from this collection so far. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm sure of it. But I do smell these every time I go in the store to see if my mind has changed about them, or they're definitely not bad scents. They're just scents that I didn't decide that I wanted until today, even though I have smelled them several times. So this one is Siren Serenade. This is another collection that came out that's supposed to be more like summery and like beach inspired, sort of like this collection that I was talking about earlier. They're very similar, like with that kind of vibe. Oh my goodness, this one is so good. And what really stood out to me with this one, and I've noticed this before when I've smelled this one in the store, is the juicy apricot. I love apricot notes. And the way this one is done is it's different than other fragrances I have with apricot notes, because this one is more of like a fruity, juicy, a little bit tropical type of fragrance blend. So it says ocean breeze and juicy apricot. And on the back it says iridescent pearls illuminate sunny starfruit and fresh watermelon under the sea. So after I read that description and I was smelling this, I was like, this smells like a mermaid. Like, I feel like this is what a mermaid would wear. Absolutely. Like, if a mermaid, like, waltzed up in my apartment and was choosing her scent, she would go straight to this. And this is what she would smell like. This is so good. I really like this. I really like the apricot in it. And the ocean breeze, I feel like that is adding just a little bit of, like, freshness and airiness to this, but you don't smell any type of like, this doesn't like stand out by itself or anything. I feel like it's just blended in here. Like, you can't really tell it's in here. I probably wouldn't have known it was in here unless I had read that note specifically and known what to like look for or whatever. But I feel like this is adding just a little bit of, maybe a little bit of freshness and airiness to this. And then you have the Sunny Star Fruit and the fresh watermelon. And I can smell the watermelon in this one. So yeah, so this is a good scent. I'm glad I got this. This is one that I will look forward to layering with other tropical scents. This does not read off as like your typical tropical scent. This has, with like the juicy apricot, the way it's blended with the watermelon and then the starfruit too. This is a different type of tropical scent. This is not mellow, but just not super like a tropical punch type of tropical scent, or like a bursting like pineapple, mango, like type of scent like that. This is leaning towards like more of like a melon scent, and it's because of the watermelon that's in here, but it's like it's more mellow than, like I said, a bursting tropical like punch type of scent that's like really in your face and really bold. This is like a little bit more mellow. So yeah, so this is really good though. I really like this. It's very unique and different, and I'm excited that I got it. So yeah, so then I got another one from that collection, Aquatic Allure. This is one that I have smelled every time I have gone in that store, and every time I have smelled it, I'm like, I like this scent so much, but I have never let myself get it because I kept seeing the sea salt on this, and I was like, I just feel like if I wear this, after a while, I'm going to get tired of it, and the sea salt, like, after this has been on all day, the sea salt's going to smell weird, and I don't know. I just was afraid that I was not going to like it after I wore it a whole lot, but every time I smell this, I really like it, and I have been wanting to get it, and so today, I decided to finally go through with getting it. So the name of it is Aquatic Allure, and the notes are sea salt and coastal jasmine. And on the back it says, glistening waves, spritz, jasmine and airy musk, embrace the tides. So I really like this so much because, again, I was afraid with like the sea salt, even though I liked this in the store, it did not smell bad. There was nothing in it that smelled bad. I was afraid that with the sea salt being in here, possibly with the way it's blended with the jasmine, I was afraid that after I wore this for a while that that the sea salt would not smell right, because sometimes I get fragrances like this and the salt's just I don't like it after too long, and I usually end up returning the fragrance. But what I like about this is, even after I have allowed it to dry down, it doesn't smell cheap or synthetic or weird. And the sea salt is not too salty and is not making this a bad scent. Even though it's blended with like a floral, I just felt like those would not be good together after a while. But this fragrance smells really good. And what I like about this is it's like a unisex fragrance, and I like fragrances like that. It's very, very fresh and clean and a little bit soapy, but not soapy in like a milky soapy way. It's like soapy in like a very clean, crisp way. So I really like this one. I'm really glad that I finally got it. Again, it's like a unisex scent, and it's very very fresh, very clean, soapy in like not your typical soapy way. So I do really like this one. You do smell the jasmine, you smell the sea salt and the airy musk. And it says glistening waves. So I guess that they're just trying to say that with the glistening waves, that this is a little bit of an aquatic scent, because the name of it is Aquatic Allure. And it's definitely aquatic. I wouldn't say that it's super watery. It's like a little bit watery, but not a lot. But definitely aquatic. So I don't know if the glistening waves is just a description of the theme of the fragrance, or kind of what the fragrance is about, or the fact that it's aquatic, or if the glistening waves is supposed to be a fragrance note that is in here. But either way, it is definitely an aquatic scent. So yeah. So that's it for this video. I did also get a free pair of panties because I used a coupon. And I do have a big collection, but the reason that I do, like a big fragrance collection, but the reason that I do is because I shop sales like this. I always buy things when they're super cheap. And I encourage you guys to do the same if you're serious about like building up your fragrance collection and you want a lot to choose from. Always shop the sales. Don't ever pay full price for anything. Don't even shop when they have like a regular sale. Wait till they have a good sale and get what you want. Like, that's what I do. And then I also have like the credit card from Victoria's Secret, which is also very helpful. If you use your credit card and your coupons and you shop when there's a good sale, like, you will save so much money and you can get so much for like super, super cheap. So of course, like I said, I know I have a big collection, but it's because I shop these types of sales. So like with the credit card, I know a lot of people are like scared of credit cards because you can incur a lot of debt, or a lot of times when you think credit card, you think like lots and lots of fees and stuff like that. But with the one that I have from Victoria's Secret, like the way that it works is as long as you pay your balance on time, there's no extra fees. And really the only fees that I've had is if I pay a minimum balance when I have like more of a balance that I need to pay. There's been like very, very minimal fees associated with that. And I mean like a $1 or $2 fee every now and then when I've just paid a minimum. But if you pay the balance in full, you don't have to worry about none of that. And those fees are very, very small compared to all the benefits that come along with having the card. I went in the store one day a while back and I had like a $20 credit, and it was just a perk from using my credit card so much. So it definitely benefits you to have the credit card. And also I recently went to the bank and got a loan, and my credit had improved. And the guy who was helping me with my loan told me that whatever I was doing was helping my credit. So because before that I had felt kind of guilty about using a credit card, but there was really no reason to feel that way because it really just benefits me to have it for the most part. So yeah, so I would encourage you guys to check out the Victoria's Secret credit card. Shop when there are very, very good sales and you're going to get the best deal possible. Use your coupons and you will save some money and get what you want, girls. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you have your notifications on. That way you don't miss any of my videos. I hope to talk to you guys soon, and I hope you'll have a happy Easter tomorrow. Bye-bye.